Yeah, baby. Hi, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? We in here today. Woo, boy. Yeah, it's after 2 p.m. and we gonna call this one the afternoon blend. Let us begin. Yeah, that's more like it. You know, how's everybody doing today, man?
Before anyone has anything stupid to say, like who is he, where he's from, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I've been spitting for like 20 years. I'm from D.C. My name is DC the Monster, and I got bars.
What's up, y'all?
Oh, yeah. If your mama call it mumble, but it ain't rap. Ain't no rap without hip-hop. Respect that. If you're trapping and rapping, use a rap. I can smell it on your breath. I think it's pepper jack. If you're poisoning your folks, know you're wrong for that. And ain't no amount of dope can atone for that. Learn your law, not your history.
It's the flow can right here. It's the flow can.
And ain't no deportation for that. It's yours chopped down the cherry tree, but it ain't plant. Your autochthonous American. Hold the black. Let go of your beliefs and start holding the facts. Get on your A game. No need to be in the trap. I mean, really, it's called the trap. Ain't nobody notice that. Get you a dictionary. Read you some books. Correct and catch the strongest weapon is your mind. Not the rat-a-tat-tat. The strongest muscle that you got ain't in your legs or your back. When it comes to me lyrically, I take my craft seriously. Spit this venomous heat so furiously. Seismograph is feeling me. Now that you're hearing me, I can sense you staring so seriously in disbelief. Like I can't believe this dude is from DC. I study Busta Rhymes. I study Big Pun. I learned from Stinky Dink to Rickety Raw One. I done wrote all night, played beats to the rising sun. This me brandishing my weapon, call me the show gun. I leave them looking so dumb. When they go dumb, they get so done. Like cook food made well done. I do not spend no one. So sit down and learn some. Pick a book up and burn one. Read the first page to turn one. Your journey has begun. Now if you choose to stay dumb, that's on you when it comes. Your frequency is too low. I'm sorry, but you don't. I suggest wake up. You sleeping, you sleep. Just know that there is no black when it comes to the nation.
What's wrong? Camera one? Camera two. Hold on, let me do it again. Camera one. Oh, shit. And let me do it again. Hold on. Camera two. How's everybody doing, man? Welcome to the Midday Blend. I'm going back to camera one this time. I want to do my... Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Midday Blend. I am your host, DC the Monster. We are here today coming off of a wonderful, spectacular night of celebrating none other than the Rickety Raw One himself, Stinky Dink. Stinky Dink got his thing on last night, man. Look here. We're going to do a little bit of, we're going to play some of that later. But for those who that don't know who Stinky Dink is, if you are a DMV artist, then people like Stinky Dink and DC Scorpio, you really, you know what I mean? People like Fat Rodney, especially for the street dudes, you know what I'm saying? Tony Blunt, Lady Moet Beast, or from back then, Moet the Beast from Southeast. You got to look into these people, because if you don't know who they are, then you can't tell me you from here, because that means you don't know your shit. Bro, you can't tell me you from somewhere, you do this for your city, and you can't even tell me who the pioneers of the shit in your city is, bro. Come on, man. How that work? You gonna tell me you a historian and you don't know no history? Huh? You gonna tell me you're a scientist but you don't know shit about science? All you know is a Bunsen burned out this thing. That ain't how this work, baby. No. As y'all can see, though, we looking real good in here today. I'm loving the view. I hope y'all love the view, too, because I'm like loving this right now. You dig what I'm saying? We have been in here working and building to upgrade the platform for all involved. You know, a lot of people been, you know, we've seen a lot of platforms growing, and a lot they've taken notes, and we applaud you for it. But at the same time, we still have to stay and remind people where they got their ideas from, because unfortunately, we are still in the city where people won't say where the influence came from. They'll just start doing the shit and then try to walk off with it like they started the shit. So, you know, to to remind people, you got to remember, even when you don't see us, we're always busy. We're always productive because most of the time, personal opinion. This is a personal opinion. You know, I gives a shit who takes which way. But I feel like when people, if you have to like publicize every fucking accomplishment you make or everything you're doing, you don't have a behind the scenes. It seems more like a person that's striving for like self gratification or some shit, and I'm not a fan of that because self gratification ain't shit. And if you find yourself, you know, doing it more for the looks or the likes, then you not doing it for the craft no more. You doing it for selfish reasons now. You know, and just sitting in the room with Dink last night, you know, and you know, we had us a funky ass little cipher. I cannot remember the young cats that jumped in there with us, but they had some smoke with them. I'm gonna find out who they are. You might pull them in the stew or something and do something. But yeah, the youngest had some smoke with him. But you know, that man 48, and he said the realest shit I ever heard in my life. As far as a rapper, he was talking about the fact that his career, 30 years later, he's still relevant. Like, you can walk in D.C. and say Stinky Dink's name, and it is a household name. I ain't talking about all these little outside visitors that just moved in here in the last 5-6 years. Y'all ain't fucking Washingtonians. Y'all residents. Y'all not native here. So that ain't, you know, we not talking to you. Hey Mo, do me a favor and you down here? Never mind. Do me a favor and look over there by that motor and make sure my other that cord all right. Well, nah, it should be all right. Never mind. But how is the feed over there on in the YouTube world? Have you checked that? It's pretty good. How does it sound? All right. Beautiful. So we've been in here, and I have to talk about this because, like I said, I studied Stinky Dink, you know, and then after being little and hearing them on Go-Go PA tapes and all that over the years, I grew up, and one day I actually got a chance to start producing, you know what I'm saying, making beats and shit, and being the dude in the studio to hit record for that man, you know. So, and like, it's nothing like seeing somebody that got so many lyrics. It's like he just brought a library with him and shit. Like he just pages and 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 pages of just bars. Like, I done wrote a lot of stuff in my life, but damn. And like, I was talking about it last night. I had to thank Dink personally because he's a wordsmith. Some people call him lyricists. Lyricists are nice with words. Wordsmiths are great with words. Wordsmiths put words together in a way that can't nobody else do them. Stinky Dink is a wordsmith. For you that if you like different descriptions of wordsmiths, think of somebody like Big Pun, Black Thought, hell, Common when he was on his shit real heavy. You know what I'm saying? He do more acting than he do rapping now. But when he was back when it was Common Sense and shit like that, it's a lot of bars out here now. But it's like wordsmiths, shit, nigga, Jadakiss. Jadakiss is probably like wordsmith, you know what I'm saying? Tony Blunt, wordsmith. You see what I'm saying? It's certain things when people put certain shit together, and it's the way that you say it. And when you say it, and you say it a certain way, putting words together, it's like, okay, I'll paint the picture. Let's do that. I'll paint the picture a different way. Okay. Putting words together is like all right, look. It's like anybody can go to the store and buy paint, right? Anybody can go to the store and buy paintbrushes and all that. That's true. You can go and do that, yes. Right? But not everybody that goes and buys those paints are going to come home and make a work of art. Everybody can talk. Everybody can use words. A lot of people can rap. But not everybody that can rap is a wordsmith. See, a wordsmith gonna put some words together that you can be like, damn, I ain't even think about that. Them Jones do rhyme though. You see what I'm saying? And wordsmiths tend to have a large vocabulary. Like the average rapper's gonna rhyme cat and hat and rat. You know what I'm saying? You're saying a wordsmith is gonna rhyme despicable and reciprocal. You see what I mean? It's just a way that it's done. And as a motherfucking wordsmith, you can't explain wordsmith. Wordsmith is it's like a trade. It's a craft. You develop yourself into a wordsmith. Because see, wordsmiths, you'll know a wordsmith when you come across them, because one thing that helps a wordsmith is wordsmiths tend to have a shitload of versatility when it comes to rapping. It don't matter what kind of beat you throw at them. They gonna crush it. It don't matter if it's East Coast, West Coast, down South, some EDM music, some dubstep. It don't give a damn what you throw at them. If that motherfucker is on a constant, that wordsmith is going to find them words to sit up in there. And they going to dissect that, John. That's why you got some people that don't matter what you put them on, it's a hit. And then you got some people that you got to keep them in their element. If they ain't on this kind of beat and you put them over here, they going to sink. That right there is that's something that got to be worked on, so to speak, because right now, we've fallen so far away from the craft and wordsmiths and lyricism and things like that, that now even an average rapper, if he come out with some what it would have been considered average bars in the 90s, now they are considered superior because everybody else is putting out D-grade bars. So if you come out with a mean C+ flow right now in a world full of degraded bars, you look real awesome right now. Back then, you couldn't walk in the room unless you had a motherfucking A on the report card, or you was gonna get your shit barbecued. You couldn't. Your man's credibility wasn't an excuse to let you in the room. If you didn't have the skill to be on the stage, you didn't have the skill to be on the stage. What happened? Lord ordered that? So the dude just was like, fuck it. And it's not 3rd Street. Huh? Gene? Where he at? Oh, he must have ordered that shit for him. I don't know. I ain't. Hey, that moment when they just start delivering shit to your door and shit. But yeah, the craft is really, it felt so good to sit in the room with him. And it's not like this don't happen often, but it's just the fact to be around the April 10th, 28 years ago, that song was born. Now, for all of y'all that don't understand One Track Mind is still relevant in clubs all across the planet today. DJ still will whip that motherfucker out and throw that bitch right up in the mix. You know what I'm saying? It all start. It'll come out nowhere. And people that don't even really understand go-go know that motherfucking song. They know that one man, $100 and a One Track Mind. Don't know shit about go-go. You ask them where the pocket is, they going to reach on their pants. They going to point right to their jeans on your ass. But oh, man. Hollywood Horse. Yeah, Hollywood Horse is a horse. My man Horse come in here and give your ass a mean 2-4 and step off on your ass. right there. Nah, not 24, nigga. He gonna give you 2 or 4 bars and step off on your ass. And he just gonna make sure them Jones sound real hot though. It's gonna be like a mean 4 where you can be like, why you ain't keep rapping? He be like, nah, that's all you need. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Hollywood Horse, man. They got that good old 12-12-8 mixtape coming out soon, man. Shout out to VZP ODO. I know you be round tuning in the skate. Yeah, man. So, hey, Mo, how my titles and shit look over there, baby? Everything looks sexy on the screen, man. You can see my logos and shit, you know. You see my logos, y'all. No, I'm just playing. But seriously, you know what I mean? Hold on. Let me do it one more time. Camera 2. Oh, Dad, that should be silly. You check the side profile. Do I look African to you? No, I do not. But yeah. Listening to Dink last night, you know what I'm saying? Just listening to the boss. And I didn't even know until last night that he gave me the privilege of producing a track for something that he wrote 20 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Some shit he wrote when he was 21. I didn't even know when he spit the motherfucker that it was that old. I didn't find out how old the verses was, the song itself was, until last night. And let me tell you why I feel special about that. Because I went from, like I told y'all, a dude that was listening to all the pioneers and, you know, catching some of them at the go-go's when they happened around the community, because I was young. I didn't get to go in the go-go much until I got to, like, my motherfucking 20s. Damn near 18, 19, 20s when I started going to the go-go. Other go-go's, it was shit around the community, shit at the high schools and shit when they had the bands at the school. I wasn't going to the go-go like that. I played in, you know what I'm saying, a band for a little while, you know what I'm saying, but that wasn't my thing. So for me, and this is, I feel privileged that I can make a track that'll make a pioneer say, you know what? I remember that joint make me want to use this joint I wrote 20 years ago. I had the same privilege, and I from Lady Mo at Beast, another DC pioneer, one of the original femcs of hip hop here. Some of them, a lot of them, they still around, but they not still doing music. Mo was the one who never stopped doing music, which puts her at the top of the food chain. She never stopped rapping. She didn't switch over. She didn't cut off. She kept building. You see, Mo was around when wasn't no other girls around. Before your nonchalance, before any other female you can think of, minus a handful. Matter of fact, before any of them. Shout out to Hino and all them ladies. They was around then too, but when it come down to, but Mo was younger than all of the people that you can think of, and she was still standing. Imagine her standing. She 14, 15, 16 years old, dogging grown-ass men in battles. You see what I'm saying? Pioneer shit. But most people don't know they home. They don't do their homework. They don't know. And it's not all y'all fault, because there's a lot of hoe-ass niggas in D.C. that be trying to keep shit under wraps. They don't want to tell the truth, because for them to tell the truth would mean they would have to expose their own lie, because a lot of the people that don't talk about Mo is a lot of people who didn't have shit when Mo and Drama City Records was dominating everything. A lot of them not going to say that Drama City helped them get where they was going, but that's cool. You don't have to. Because, see, everything come to light later on. That's why a lot of y'all getting exposed and hemmed up now for shit, because y'all done got to y'all little high horse and y'all done lost y'all damn mind, and y'all just say anything out your mouth, and you keep forgetting DC little with shit. And there's always somebody here that can pull your card. It's always, you can't, the one thing you cannot do in DC is build a fake facade and think it's going to last forever, because there's always somebody still in the city that remember who you was before you started all that fake stuff. Well, we'll talk about that later. But back to Lady Mo at Beast and the conversation with the Stinky Dink thing. This was another artist, another pioneer that I had the privilege of producing tracks for song that they had wrote years ago. Probably had another version for it and everything, but that shit didn't work out, or this brought that feeling back where, you know what, it belonged here. Because if you're a writer and you're a rapper or a singer or anybody that involves anything that involves writing lyrics, you know when you got lyrics and you don't have a track, when a track called to your ass, as soon as you hear, you be like, that's it. That motherfucker right there. I need that one right there for this song. So when a pioneer who has been doing music, or pioneers who have been doing music for 20, 30 years, here's something that I created and it make them go that far back in their catalog, like, oh nah. To a song that was special to them. Not just a random verse, because you know when you go back and pull a song from certain times in your life, that song was special to you. It had some meaning, it had some force, you know what I'm saying? So to me, that's an honor and a privilege. And a moment I'll always, you know what I'm saying, something I'll always treasure forever. Because I always heard the pioneers. I ain't going to hold you. Before I met Mo, I ain't know none of their ass. I knew of them. I followed their music. But as far as like me going out in the street and being able to say, hey, Dink, what's up, my dude? I didn't know them like that. Hey, Blunt, I didn't know Blunt, Dink, Scorp, Bop, none of them. I ain't know nobody like that because I'm an isolated dude. What I mean by isolated, I never went around and, like, a lot of people form alliances based on who's beneficial for who. Me, I was always determined to be the most beneficial tool to myself. And in order to do that, you got to learn how to do it all yourself. So what I did was every time I saw something that I wanted or I needed done, I started learning how to do that shit. Because, see, when you go back and you start learning how to do that shit yourself, then it's different. Because I tell everybody this. When anything that you want to, like, get a service done for, you want to pay for, so forth and so on, I recommend that you learn how that shit run yourself first, because you don't want to get caught up in paying for a service and the whole time you getting worked. You know what I'm saying? And you said what? Well, because somebody, well, I'll say this. What the hell? Everybody at my doorbell, man. Seriously. But when it go down like that, you got to look at it. I respect music. See, I've been a fan of music since I could talk, since I could walk, since I could move. I've always been a fan. So when I talk shit about music, or like when I express my distaste for someone's lack of skill or someone's, you know, or people's lack of respect for the craft, it's because I'm a fan. I'm a fan, and not only am I a fan, this is also my craft. Not my hustle, not my hobby, not my gimmick. It's my craft. It's my passion. It's what I do. It's something that completes me. So I take this shit personally when people start disrespecting music. When people start, you know, when people out here copywriting, infringing, and plagiarizing their asses off, want to keep stealing bars from this dude burst and bars from that dude burst and repeat it because, you know, it's readily familiar to the crowd. All that to me is still disrespectful, because at the same time, they be like, oh, man, that was a shout-out to my man. If it was a shout-out to your man, do a song about your man. Put a tight-ass bar together, original bar together, and put your man in that joint. I did a song with G-Face, Infrareds, Cyrus the Virus, and Mo Better from Top Dog. You think I'm going to take one of their lines? No, I said, I put my G-Face on with my infrared vision, spread like a virus, more better than most niggas. You see what I'm saying? Shout your peoples out, but do it in an original way. Now I just shouted out everybody that was on the song with me, and I made this shit a bar. Skill. We need to get back to fucking skill, because right now everybody is giving the okay pass, the all right pass. Man, fuck all right. It's like all these, you know what we doing right now? We in the age of motherfucking participation trophies. She want me to go to camera 2. Now, we in an age right now where everybody keep getting all crowd participation awards. That's all they getting right now, crowd participation awards. You can be in that joint and you ain't do a bitch ass thing but show up and y'all lost 12 games, but they gonna give you a trophy because you was there. Don't do that. Because what happens when you do that is now you just, what? What are you doing? What exactly are you doing? You condoning, yeah, you gave it your best. Better luck next time. No, you want to create a hunger and a determination of want to do better. If you reward mediocrity and you keep rewarding mediocrity over and over and over and over again, you are just rewarding mediocrity. And it's that simple. You not doing shit else. You just congratulating somebody on getting a C when you should be making their ass work for the A. Like, I know a lot of parents that's okay with their children getting C's and shit like that. Not us. You go for the A. Go for the A. Now, if you just so happen to land on a B, we'll work at it. So you can make sure that one's an A too. But when you lower the bar, when you lower the bar of your child, when you lower the expectations of your child, that takes away from their determination. It takes away from their courage. It takes away from their heart, because they get lazy then. They feel like, well, shit, I ain't have to do much back in the day. Why I can't just, what's up? Why not? So I'm like, why would that be a case? Why is it so hard to see that we must raise our children to work hard and be willing to do more than expected? Because there are times in life when you must go the extra mile to get what you want. And if they don't know that there are times where you need to go that extra mile to get what you want, they're going to get there to that extra mile and be like, I'm just not doing it because I don't feel like it. Fuck that. Whatever. I ain't had to do it all this time. I ain't about to do no extras now. See how that works? We can't raise that. We can't build generations of that. We want them to be able to roll their sleeves up at any given time and be like, oh, we got work to do, but let's get that shit done and then we can get back to the party. See, I don't knock the fun. I don't knock the partying and none of that. But the whole point is you got to know that you got to get the work done and then party. That's what we got to get back to. Everybody just want everything to be easier. I don't want my children to have it as hard as I had it. You might not want them to have it as hard as you had it, but you don't want that shit to be a cakewalk neither. You got to make them work for shit. Make them do chores. Make them study when they don't want to. Make them get up and exercise. Teach them discipline. Teach them how to cook their own food. And, you want to do all of that. You want to make them learn that sometimes even when you tired, you still got to get your ass up and do what the hell you got to do. Because if you don't teach them that when they're young, when they get older, guess what? Then you sitting there talking about, well, your ass can't never keep a job. You in the house talking about, you a grown up. Get your ass up. Why I got to keep telling? Because you let them do that shit when they was little. You let them do it when they was a teenager. And then you going to wait till they adult to try to mold some and shape some shit. The clay already hard and dry now. You can't shape it no more. You can't wet it back down and never get it to the soft moldiness that it was when it was new. So, then you stuck with trying to chisel a motherfucking statue now, when it could have been way more easier when it was just molding clay, when you could have just did this and shaped it and been done. And then let it dry hard in the shape it needed to be in. That's what we did with our children. We let the clay dry. A lot of people let the clay dry and then tried to mold it. It's too late. What I mean by letting the clay dry is you can't decide to be a parent to your child when they turn 16. You done let them get away with murder from the time they could talk and walk and realize that they could get away with murder until now. Never beat them, never discipline them, let them walk all over everybody, be disrespectful, say anything they want out their mouth, and then when they 16 and they don't give a fuck about you, and they don't have no respect for you, now you like, this is outrageous, this is unbelievable, I can't believe that shit. And you believe what? Check my pants. So I am going to What am I about to do? You said play who? I'm looking at this signal. I'm gonna try that. We gonna see what happens. We'll look into it. But look, seriously, guys, we gotta work on that whole thing, because if we don't condition and mold our children, then there's a problem. We're gonna take me a brief music break. Be right back. Y'all go ahead and get your chill pill on, and I'm gonna crank this for you. This is Post Up.
just like y'all. Ain't no difference. The difference is understanding the man. That's what the difference is. Not trying to be a man, but understanding the man. And you can play with a man and put a man in your hand. I can't. The lions. Upside. Get carried away. I mustn't tell these secrets of the ancients. Cruddy Vizion live here. To hear your bars, right?
Oh, I know. I was having fun. Hey, look, Slim, I'm over here cranking with a MIDI controller right now. I am loving this. Hello? Yep. We gonna, I gotta hear my man today, man. I just gotta hear it. I hear it. I gotta hear it once. I'm sorry. Get some. How about YG off the Damage mixtape, man? Go get that thing on Spinrilla right now. It's Cruddy Radio, baby.
pull the string, so you know I'ma rock out. Bitch, I gotta go. Broke out that shit on the stove. I might mess up, I think I'm Curtis Snow. You gotta go. Yeah. Baby girl, why you lying on me? Fuck nigga always spying on me. I do this shit just like every day. Get that money on every way. These niggas watching, I know they be lames. Run up on me and he gon' catch a flame. I'm looking at you, nigga, we ain't the same. One playing more like I'm on a campaign. How about, yeah, everything here is a go. Go, hey, go, hey, go, yeah. Fight for your mother. I bet you won't fight for your brother. Most of these niggas, they be undercover. Live my life, I ain't worried about nothing. I got that money, but no, I ain't stunning. These niggas bluffing, I know that they front. Hate above water, they can't take me under. No, these niggas think that I'm new to the game. Foot on this throat, slam a nigga like Kane. Little ass nigga ain't never feel pain. Don't ask me about none of the shit I done gained. Hating on me, niggas should be ashamed. Took this bitch with me, her new name is Rain. Never a bitch with me, her name Mary Jane. I chase a check, give a fuck what you think. How about, yeah, everything here is a go. Yeah, I bet you won't. How about, yeah, everything here is a go.
Am I done cranking yet? No. I need some more city. I need more city. Give me more city. This is Multiple, man. This joint called the DC Story, and it is a hell of a story. Check it out.
Fuck y'all little niggas doing out here. What y'all trying to sell drugs? Is that what it is? That what y'all doing? Look. Bring your little ass over here right now. Just sit your ass down there. Let me learn you a little something. Let me take a sip of this Parmesan. Little nigga. Now once upon a time not long ago, when Chuck first ruled as king of go-go, and niggas used to wear those madness hats with the stitched in letters and the tag in the back. There was this youngin' who was out for paper. He looked up to Wayne Perry and Rafer, a light-skinned nigga with a temper taper. Had a baby mama up in Arthur Capers. He fucked with the K Street mob, and he went by the name of Go Hard Rob. On the corner with a job, but not top dog. He worked for his man with the drop top sob. Big Fish was his name, his game was cocaine. He wore big medallions and a big gold chain. His father used to hustle, so he did the same. A lot of DC murders, this kid's to blame. Fish calls Rob and says, "What up, Joe? I need you to make this drop on my road. 2 kilos and a pound of blow. Keep it stashed in the paneling of the car door." So Rob hit the curb with a couple of birds till he ran a stoplight on Bladensburg. Here comes the rollers. One of the cops say, "Pull your black ass over." "All right, little nigga, stay right where you are while I get my dogs and search your car." He let the K9's leash go from his hand. Don't you know that the little bitch found every gram? So Rob gets bagged and he starts to squeal. Gathers up his lawyers and makes the deal. As Rob goes out, Fish comes in, and Rob thought he'd never see Fish again. So Fish called up his fishermen, said, "Go get that worm and reel his ass in." You know naming names is a hustler's sin. That nigga running free while I'm stuck in the pen. Rob knew that he wasn't gonna last long, so he called his baby mom, told her shit went wrong. "Baby girl, everything went bad. I'ma come out and see you once I pack these bags. I gotta see my seed before I hit the corner, and I'll be laying low out in Oklahoma. Baby girl, I love you, no doubt." Packs up his shit, time to roll out. Outside his crib was a beat-up Buick. It had to be Fisher's boys, and Rob knew it. Pop goes the gun, Rob starts to run through a couple of alleys trying to get to his son. Trying to get away, ducking from that man. And he seen his whole life running through his head. He makes it to the door, baby mama on the trigger. One to the fucking head.
K Street, nigga.
Man, that junk crank like shit, y'all. I love that junk. Me, I'm a fan of storytellers. I love storytellers and wordsmiths. They work hand in hand for me because, you know, I feel like when it comes to music, if all you can do is, like, if the only thing a nigga album, like, crank, only thing crank on the album is the beats, I want my damn money back. Nah, I'm dead ass serious. I want my money back because, dog, come on, yeah. How many people hear that conversation now? Like nowadays, this is like a regular thing. Like, hey dog, why you keep playing this Batman shit, man? Like, man, the beat crank. Nah, bruh. You really like that shit. You ain't gonna sit here and keep lying to me. You really like that music. Now, I done listened to some junks. I done got in the car with certain people, man, and I hear certain songs, man, and I can't understand but 3 words. And we talk about niggas that's mumbling on purpose. Like they you know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at that. That shit right there is the problem. You can't keep go back to that. It's all right, man. Just go ahead and let the Lord. Nah, nigga, if he can't talk, he can't rap. You have to be able to speak. You have to be able to articulate. You must be able to verbalize what you're trying to do in order to rap. In order to rap, go ahead. In order to rap, you must be able to talk. Am I the Can I rap? No, I can't. What did I just say? I don't know, but I done heard a lot of motherfuckers that sound like that, and they had the nerve to come up with some shit called mumble rap. I'm like, hold, dog. You can't mumble and rap, nigga. The fuck, bruh. How do you mumble and rap, young? Can you whisper and yell, my nigga? So how the fuck you gonna mumble and rap? That's not rap. The beat don't make it rap. The bars do. See, that sound like that shit when they started calling certain shit pop. Like four on the floor in the house music. Like 4 on the floor started with house music or some shit. But this is the things that this is where education and getting on the youngers and letting them know what time it is are detrimental right now because we ain't doing it. And it's everybody be like the youngest. Who the fuck gonna teach them if you don't know shit neither? Everybody talking about somebody else. Who the fuck is the somebody else? Where they at? I don't know who this somebody. Everybody ain't gonna be somebody else's problem. No, it's gonna be your problem. Your ass gonna get old one day. Then they gonna be the adults and you gonna be the senior. See how that work? Yeah. So you just gonna say fuck them until you ain't got no choice but to depend on them? We gotta educate our own because if we don't, all right, y'all. Travel safe, ladies. Love you. See y'all in a few. If we don't, it get sour. If I remember to, I will. Man, it is cool though. I am going to. I'm not gonna stay on too much longer because I got some things I got to do. I got to go take care of some family and things of that nature. So just know that us as the adults gotta respect the young adults, but at the same time, yeah, you want to teach them, but you can't keep talking at them. Just because you older than somebody does not give you permission to talk at them. I know a lot of elders that just talk down to the younger, and the younger they think the younger is supposed to eat it because they older. That is not how that works. Respect does not have an age. Do not forget that. Respect does not have an age. It does not. So when you doing that, you got to keep in mind now that, you know, what you doing is it's a whole nother ball game out here these days. And a lot of people, they ain't hip. But you're going to have to learn, because if you don't, if we don't learn to teach, talk, and communicate with one another now, it will be, it has hindered us further. It has hindered us long enough. I can't say it will. It has hindered us, because you got, motherfucker, that you got your government job. You don't want to deal with no hood nigga. The hood nigga don't want to deal with the suburb nigga. The suburb nigga don't want to deal with the bougie nigga. The bougie nigga don't want to deal with the Afrocentric nigga. The Afrocentric nigga don't want to deal with the eclectic nigga. The eclectic nigga don't want to deal with the punk rock nigga. Just everybody. All of this shit comes from the teachings. Skip all the goddamn burgers and the adjectives. Love everybody who loves you and loves love. That's just the way that goes. Because if you know what I know, then you know that love is the most important thing. Because, see, when you love, everything else will open up. Because that love, people protect what they love. People want to, when you love things, you invest more into it. See what I mean? But we've been limited with our love. We only learn how to, our love has been compacted. Like, now people only love their people. No one loves, it's not as much love for the earth and universal love as there used to be, because there's more greed and more selfishness nowadays. And it can be overpowered, but it has to start from the bottom. People think the change comes from the top. No, it don't. The change started at the root of the tree. Don't start at the goddamn top of the branches. Start at the bottom. We are the roots of everything. If we change it, then it changes everywhere else, because the roots is where all the power comes from. We are the roots of civilizations across the world. Time for us to fix the rest of the tree. But it got to start with us correcting ourselves. I'm going to talk to y'all later, man. I'm out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a great day. Love somebody. And before you do that, start off with loving yourself. You hear me? All right now. Peace.